Hi, I'm Sarah Coleman, a junior at Stetson University. I would like to briefly introduce you to a feminist philosopher of education, Nel Noddings. Nel Noddings worked in many areas of the education system. She spent 17 years as an elementary and high school mathematics teacher and school administrator before earning her PhD and beginning work as an academic in the fields of philosophy of education and theory of education and ethics. Specifically, Ms. Noddings focused on moral education and the ethics of care. She became a member of the Stanford faculty in 1977 and was a Jack's Professor of Child Education from 1992 until 1998. While at Stanford University, she received awards for teaching at excellence in 1991, 1982, and 1997, and was the Associate Dean or Acting Dean of the School of Education for 4 years. After leaving Stanford University, she held positions at Columbia University and Colgate University. She is past president of the Philosophy of Education Society and the John Dewey Society. In 2002, she held the John W. Porter Chair in Urban Education at Eastern Michigan University. She has been retired since 1998. Nel Noddings has described her early education experiences and her close relationships as key in her development in her philosophical position.
Nel Noddings is an American feminist philosopher, and in her works, she describes relational ethics. She argues that the person caring must have engrossment and motivational displacement, and the person who is cared for must respond to the caregiver. By engrossment, Noddings means being able to understand someone. After all, to care for someone, one needs to understand his or her situation. However, one needs more than simply engrossment to care for someone, because understanding a person is not enough to care for him or her in many cases. For example, say a person stole your wallet and you found out someone else stole your wallet from him or her. Would you feel badly for him or her? Mostly people would not. Thus, you can understand their situation because you know how it feels to get your wallet stolen, but may not care for them because they got yours stolen. Therefore, one needs not only engrossment but motivational displacement, as mentioned earlier. Motivational displacement happens when the caregiver's actions are determined by the needs of the person he or she would give the care receiver. This, too, is not enough to fully care for someone else, because if only we wanted to help another but did not understand his or her situation through engrossment, they may not take the right actions to help them because they are not engrossed into the situation. But together, engrossment and motivational displacement are suffice for complete caring. In addition, Noddings asserts that in order for this caregiving and taking relationship to work, the care receiver must recognize the caregiver.
I'm now going to walk you through a V diagram focusing on the question, what does it mean to sufficiently care in regards to education? Looking at the conceptual side of the V, Noddings believes that caring is rooted in receptivity, relatedness, responsiveness. She believes that her feminine, caring-based ethics is a better approach to education than masculine, traditional, justice-based ethics. According to Nodding's Code of Ethics in regards to teaching, she believes in order to be an effective teacher, one must be able to sufficiently care about the student and the subject at hand. In order to sufficiently care, one must possess both the ability to naturally and ethically care. When a person acts in a caring way because that person truly cares for the other, this is called natural caring. On the other hand, ethical caring occurs when a person acts caringly out of belief that caring is the appropriate way of relating to people. The constructs of this V are listed in order to help you identify the distinction between these terms. Specifically, it is crucial to understand the distinction between natural caring and ethical caring. Natural caring has to do with good and evil because it is an inherent instinct to feel caring for another, whereas the lack of that caring is evil. In contrast, ethical caring results from the ability to empathize. In this manner, ethical caring can be learned. Since Nodding suggests that ethical caring can be learned, she suggests that this should be the core of every teacher's curriculum. By teaching children to care, Ms. Nodding suggests that they are being instilled with good ethical foundations. The key concepts of this V are as follows. 1. Engrossment. Engrossment is being able to understand another's situation. 2. Motivational displacement. Motivational displacement is the ability to understand another's needs. Both engrossment and motivational displacement work together to make up ethical caring. Thirdly, natural caring. Natural caring is a person's intuitive and inherent ability to care. Fourth, and lastly, ethical caring. Ethical caring is when an individual feels that he must care because it is the right thing to do. It is important to remember that ethical caring is not natural and can sometimes feel artificial. However, Noddings encourages that by harnessing both engrossment and motivational displacement, a person can wholeheartedly feel these emotions and thus ethically care. Moving to the methodological side of the V, Noddings suggests that natural caring comes naturally and the lack of it is considered evil. However, in order to ethically care, one must possess the ability of engrossment and motivational displacement. In regards to the knowledge claim, I believe that Nel Noddings would suggest that effective teachers utilize both engrossment and motivational displacement in order to better relate to their students. Thus, ethical caring is when a person acts caringly out of belief that caring is the appropriate way of relating to people. When someone acts in a caring way because that person naturally cares for another, the caring is not ethical, but rather natural. In summation, to quote Nel Noddings, we should want more from our educational efforts than adequate academic achievement. And we will not achieve even that meager success unless our children believe that they themselves are cared for and then learn to